jade wall. Of faces. They're all motionless, staring towards the entrance.
So the faces are embedded in the wall?
So as you walk in, it just looks like a giant wall. I picture them like individually carved. They're all like individualized. They're sort of in the right proportions and size. It's kind of like a mosaic of faces, but
Okay.
it's made of solid jade.
Do they actually move when they talk, or is it just like a...
Yeah, no, they
Nice.
move when they talk.
Jim Henson would be proud of this. Yeah.
Like this is how I picture it. Whoops.
Got an idea in my head.
Like this. But not in like a weird grey metal room kind of thing. And they're all jade. Carved jade. They would actually.
Is it like the vagina wall in MoMA?
That's what I was just thinking. Yes. The vagina wall at the Mona.
No. Not like that. This. This is how they're kind of carved. Sort of style. But it's solid jade. And there's sort of...
Probably can't search vagina wall on my work laptop.
No, you can. You physically can.
We'll say that.
Might not be as good of a thing to do. So yeah, that's kind of what it is before you, and it's well, we've got the dimensions on the map here.
The Great Wall of Vagina. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's something.
Sure, it's something.
Jesus, I've never seen this.
All right, you got my interest piked enough.
Yes, it is piked. When did you see it, Mike?
Oh yeah.
I went there earlier, last year.
Wow. Okay, it's been about 8 years since we were there, so it's good to know it's still there.
It's going strong.
I mean,
Yeah.
If they were faces and jade, yes, it would kind of look like that too. Suppose.
The wall of jade vaginas talking to us. All right.
So yeah, it's about 25 foot across.
Okay.
Could
Pretty much
someone
floor to
send me the
ceiling.
TCOS keep notes password, please? I've logged out on my new laptop and I can't remember. Sorry.
It's in pictures in our Facebook chat.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll find it. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Scroll
Keep
through
going.
it. Find it.
Yeah.
To do that.
Well,
Um,
ain't
you
that
guys-
a thing?
Walk into the room, and as you sort of all step into the room, you look at the faces that before you, and you're like admiring it. You're like, "Whoa, that's quite a nice piece of it's quite an amazing piece of art." And then you just see them sort of they seem to sort of shake and move, just subtly. And then, as one voice, you hear this: "Enter, heroes. You seek truth. We, the heroes of old, shall grant you truths." And then they just sort of all look at you guys. You look at Thurwag and he's standing there. And you notice a subtle bulge in his pants. His jaw drops to the ground. He starts drooling. If I may just interject, and then
How many truths?
and then, as Thurwag starts to talk, "Quiet. We speak for heroes only." And then he just is frozen.
Actually frozen?
In movement, yeah, he he doesn't. He sort of seems to stop mid-sentence. He's about to start going on one of his sort of thirwag streams of talking,
Consciousness.
detailed questions. Not quite a stream of consciousness because it's more question asking.
Sorry,
but
is he? Wait, is he actually magically frozen,
I mean,
or has he stopped in
He's
like?
not ice cold.
He's stopped in rebuke.
Roll
sort
an
of-
Arcana check.
You look over him, you're like that. He's about to start talking, and that the eyes have turned. Like they looked at him, and then that happened, and they looked back to you. We speak only for heroes.
Well then,
Someone
Well-
just hear banging on a door. Or was that me? Yeah, it was me.
I think that was
I
you.
might have been that. Bump my chair.
How many truths do we get?
Ask your questions. We grant you truths.
That's strange. That's what the big cat on the beach told me, that we're the heroes and it's not our time yet. But then later
Who's
it
the
was
big
our
cat
time.
on the beach?
We know not of what you speak.
Ah,
It's one of those.
disappoint.
oh.
It only knows
So,
two things.
So where does the Isle of Wraith exist?
You are in the Isle of Wraith. The Isle of Wraith exists all around you.
Is the Isle of Wraith on the world of Faerun?
It is not.
Which plane is it on?
You know what? Not of what you speak when you.
Is the
Inside
maelstrom?
check.
How do we know it speaks the
I'm gonna do
truth?
it.
Are you insight checking every head that has just spoken to you? They all speak in unison.
they were
at
Oh,
you?
they all speak
Yeah,
at
they're
once.
speaking unison.
Yes. Roll
No.
40 d20s.
Well, it's so let's say each head is a foot, and it's 25 foot across and probably 25 foot tall. About 500 heads there.
Let's just leave it at that.
I mean,
Hold
I'm
on.
just gonna
let's
check the one right in front of me.
I'm just going to do a. Okay.
it's very hard to discern the truth of a jade face that is emotionless staring. at
Okay.
you.
Hold on one second. I hold up two fingers. How many fingers am I holding up?
You hold 2 fingers, hero.
How many fingers am I holding up?
You hold 2 fingers, hero.
Okay, good enough for me. They're not doing a one lie, one truth thing. So that's one thing nixed. So that's good.
Speak
Is
truths only, hero.
yeah, well, you could be lying about that. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Is the maelstrom the only way to and from Faerun? Holy, what is?
I'm insight checking.
Did you just? Is that? Oh, it's 250 d20.
I think I
Wasn't,
failed.
no, wasn't it? Didn't he say it was 1 foot, but it was 25 by 25?
It's 25 by 25.
That makes it 625, I think, doesn't it?
Apologies, my maths on the fly is not great.
You're actually short there by.
Oh, hang on, let me just do another 400.
Yeah.
And are we counting those crit fails as any? Did you want to use your inspiration?
I actually think that there's there's more crit successes there.
There are quite a few. Yeah.
Oh, there's a few crit fails at the end.
When you're
Yeah,
scanning,
a lot
you're
of
scanning all the
crit fails.
faces. They're emotionless. The jade features are hard to know. So, what was your question?
Is the maelstrom the only way to and from Faerun?
You know not of Faerun.
You literally just told us it
Oh,
wasn't on
sorry.
Faerun.
Yes, sorry. Apologies. They pause. This
Elevator music starts up.
Yeah.
couple of the faces just start humming.
Your question is important. One of our representatives will be with you shortly.
Maelstrom is one of any of the way. Would it be the Maelstrom? Irun can be reached through the Maelstrom.
So we can go home then.
When he is finished with you, home will be an option for you.
When you say he, who are you referring to?
The almighty Thinth.
Where is...
Who?
Okay, yeah.
Look on. Anyway, you go.
Where is Thinth right now?
Thinth is all around
Do
us.
not say all around us. Do not say all around us. Where is he in terms of a physical location?
Thinth exists in all of us.
This
Physical location is everywhere.
How can I speak directly to Fifth?
His home is the Isle of Wraith. You
How old
do not
is
choose.
Thinth?
Thinth is a very ancient, wise being.
No. In terms of years,
2,739.
We speak only truth. That we do not know, we cannot speak.
created you.
Thinth created all.
When?
No. Who specifically created you? Because Thinth did not create me, and I'm assuming he did not create the fellows I'm with. So if he did not create us, then it stands to reason that he did not create you.
Well, I'm quite certain Thinth didn't create me.
Exactly as all.
Thinth created all on the Isle of Wraith. Heroes from the Isle of Wraith. Mystical powers are beyond our recognition.
And how long ago were you created?
We were created over the course of many millennia from this temple.
How can we
Temple-
speak directly with Fifth?
The heroes collect the truths, and the truth of Thinth shall be revealed.
Collect
Say
the
the truth,
truths.
Finn.
Alright. So we're going to
Yeah.
start chiseling these faces off the wall because they speak the truths.
Please, the ancient acolytes do not want to be chipped off the wall.
But we might have questions later after we've left. Can we just take one of you? We'll put you in the bag. It'll be cool. You come with us. You'll be one of the squad. Join the posse.
Our magical powers shall devoid from us as we leave this room.
Okay. Are you aware that we were on a boat prior to our arrival?
Thinth works in mysterious ways.
No. You, the truth sayers, yes or no? Are you aware that we were on a boat prior to our arrival?
Many people have been in boats on their lives. You know not your story. Know
That's a
you
no.
as heroes.
All right, there you go.
Know you as heroes.
Were you aware
Do we,
when we landed on the Isle of Wraith? When we first
You
appeared?
know not your story. You know you only as heroes.
All right. I'm
See-
going to cast Disguise Self, and I'm going to make myself look like the person who was on the boat at the time of the attack.
And
The
while he's
woman?
doing that, I'm
The
just going to
spooky woman?
ask him, how do we get through the room that fills with water behind us without dying?
Okay, so two things there. So you're going to turn into Captain Thibian Low, Iris?
No. The guy who attacked.
Guy who attacked the,
Yeah.
Oh, the spellcaster who summoned all the shadow spawns.
spellcasty shadowy guy. Okay.
Yep.
So you turn yourself into that hero.
And I
Why
say,
have you changed form before us?
I want you to see the form of the person I want to know about. Who am I in this form?
You know not your story. We know you only as heroes.
Do you recognize the visage in front of you?
Do not.
Okay. Now, Zalm's question,
Who?
please.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Room before you test your devotion. Only those brave and heroic enough to test their devotion shall pass through there. I would
Doesn't
take
answer the
my-
question at all.
He looks at the wall, sort of shift their focus to Ramrod. I would take your armor off. You will float better.
I'd say it's a pretty bad test. I mean, I soiled myself in the water. I wasn't very brave at all, so it's a bit of a moot test. It's just
But
test
here
of
you
not
stand
dying.
before us. You stand before us, hero.
Why are we here? And why are we considered heroes? What have we done?
We know not of your stories. We know you only as heroes. Dinth, in his wisdom, summons many heroes.
Who are the heroes? that
Heroes
this-
has been summoned.
Many, many heroes have been summoned, and yet have proven themselves worthy of his challenge. Only when
Who are
those
the
truly worthy shall meet
Who are
him.
the heroes that this hall was originally built for?
This hall was originally built in reverence of Thinth himself. We, the ancient acolytes, protected the truths within.
Well, this was.
Yeah, Heroes Rest.
Heroes Rest was the last place here, and this is the
Oh,
place.
this is just, yeah. Yep,
This
sorry.
is the place of the
Sorry,
ancient.
my bad.
My bad.
This is Heroes Party.
What? Why do you keep calling us heroes?
Only true heroes would make it through here.
I mean, literally, you just had to just swim for like a few minutes and make it through here. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah, we definitely are heroes.
Our vision sees you as what you are, as what Thinth selected you to be. Thinth
What?
did not select a friend here. Only we see those who have
So,
been truly selected by
Okay,
Thinth.
so hang on. Thurwag made it through here, even though he's not a hero. You've silenced him because he's not a hero, but he still made it through.
Correct.
You just said only heroes make it through.
He is heroic in his own ways, but not a hero of Thinth. He has not been handpicked, such as yourselves.
Who is Thurwag really? Is he who he says he is?
You know not of him.
Is
Seemed to
Thurwag
be.
thin?
This guy right here.
Know who you're talking about. We saw you refer to him by his name. Thurwag. No, not of him.
Tell us the greatest secret that you are aware of.
Greatest secret we collectively are aware of.
Yes.
A true tier of Thinth can be reached via connecting tunnels to a cenote at the back of this temple.
How do we
Where?
get
Where on the Isle of Wraith is the best weapons and armor and shit like that?
We have been dead many, many millennia. Best weaponsmiths of our time have probably passed by now.
No, not the weaponsmiths. The best weapons and armor. Where do they currently reside?
We quest not for martial understanding.
No, you might not, but we do. And as heroes, this is what we require. The best equipment so that we may complete our quest.
We know not of the answer of your question, Elephant Man.
Very well. What is our quest?
Our heroes. Quest, no doubt, is to return home. As was foretold, heroes of Thinth shall return home.
What else was foretold about the heroes of Thin? What deeds did they do?
Heroes of Thinth the only ones who may meet Synth in the flesh. Once he meets them, we'll ask them his truth,
Is
his real
where is
truth.
Yeah, where can we go
where's
to
Synth in
meet
the flesh
Synth?
right now?
We already
Can you
did, back on the
explain?
beach.
With
We
him.
have to go back.
Once the tears have been collected, story told.
Okay. Where are all
Do you-
of the tears?
We've got this map.
Can we shortcut the tier?
Yeah,
Can we?
yeah.
Can we shortcut the requirement for the tiers? Like, you know how you used to be able to put two 5-cent pieces stuck together into a vending machine?
We know not of this method of forgery. They are simple temple acolytes. Spirits that remain.
So on this map, do we have a map? We've got a map, right?
You've
On
got
this
the
map,
Isle
no.
of Rape. Yeah.
I've lost Ian.
Where?
Hang on.
I can still see him. I just can't see you.
Yeah, no, actually, I
Yeah,
can't see you either, Mike. I'm just going to
Ah.
reconnect.
I literally had to lift my laptop up to get better reception.
Yeah.
Have we encountered any
Where
tears
on-
thus far?
Yes.
Oh. No, I've lost everyone.
We know not of your story. We know you only as heroes.
So you can't tell
Where
we've got
on
like
this-
tear dust.
Map. Where on this specific map are the tears?
Isle of Wraith stands before you.
Um,
A humble temple
Yeah.
complex. I have no hands to point, so I shall describe.
Graham says he's going to move his finger in a grid pattern up.
No,
And
only-
say when.
You know only the location. Tier.
Of one
Two.
tier.
The tier of Synth can be reached via a connecting tunnel at the back of this temple complex to the cenote.
Is there a shortcut there? Or do we have to go through the water and stuff again?
Must test your devotion yet again.
Is it safe?
Any challenges?
Are there-
ahead?
Are there
Is there-
traps?
The heroes of Synth will prevail.
Ooh, I got a question. Do you know things that are happening on this island right now? Sorry?
Oh,
I think you said no.
said no.
Okay.
Said no.
How do we
How
know
do you-
when we're near a tier? Is there a way that we can sort of detect or divine their location once we leave this area?
You're in the presence of a tier, you will know its power. You'll sense it. It's truly magical.
How do you get your knowledge? How do you learn? So if you don't know what's happening on the island right now, when do you learn what happened on the island today?
You know not what happens on the island on a day-to-day basis. Heroes have come before us before.
So who tells you?
Tells us what?
Who tells you the things that you know?
We have studied Synth's text for many millennia previous to this.
What is?
Our
Does
bodies,
someone come and
decayed
bring
in
you
the
a book?
bodies decayed in the temple here, the temple complex here. We were once the ancient guardians of the tier. Our bodies decayed. Our souls remain trapped in this wall. Study continues to this day. The ancient texts. We know not of the future.
Got some books about fungus here. If I held them in front of you, would you learn about fungus?
We care not for fungi.
You
No,
don't
but-
care for it, but you could learn about it.
Is it possible to learn for you?
For us to learn, if we wished to.
There's 625 faces here. Surely, if you all read a word and combined your thoughts, you could read pages in seconds.
It would be simple for us to do so.
Well, why don't you?
We have no desire to do this.
What's it like being a face on a wall? Like, do you feel anything? And Bob tries to tickle one under the chin. See,
Excellent.
They're just stoically staring there as you tickle them.
When was the last time someone spoke to you?
Time passes. Sands of time pass strangely here. We know not of the days in our constant darkness.
So was it a 5.25 inch or a 3.5 inch, or did you go to a CD-ROM between when you last spoke with these people?
Is this like several with like CD with the Encyclopedia Britannica loaded?
No,
Yeah,
not
this is
what you
just-
talk of.
yep. Never mind.
Ramrod is growing impatient and starts to unsheath his warhammer.
Is
We have many truths yet to tell you. You only
tell,
ask.
Well,
tell us the truth.
Stop answering the questions with such stonewalling.
Oh, come on. You're not gonna get better than that. That's worth some inspiration right there.
All right.
Feeling a little jaded.
Oh.
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 Nah, I still like the stonewalling better.
Yeah, the Stonewall.
Come on. Yeah.
Is that worth inspiration?
Surely.
What was the question? Sorry. Just got distracted by something else.
You have truths for us. What truths would be beneficial for us?
Your mummy
That
loves you.
that we have yet to ask you that are pertinent to our quest.
What do you seek, heroes?
I guess we seek to return to our land. And I guess the way to do that is via the tears.
Collect the tears.
Uh-huh. And bring them back to the place in the beach.
There shall be 11.
11
Activate
tears.
Activate them.
11 tears. Is there any other? You said you got many other truths to tell us yet. Could you expand on that, please?
Once you have collected your tears, Synth will reveal himself.
So we don't need
Do
to take
you
them
know
somewhere.
if it's
He'll
like
just pop out.
Do you know if any of the tears have already been collected?
We know not of your story. We know not of this. Once you have collected your tears, once the tear is collected, the truth is told.
What did Bob say?
I just said, so when we collect the 11th tier, Synth will appear. We don't need to take the tiers somewhere to a special location or...
Once
Chuck
you
me in a
have
sack.
once you have collected the final tier, the final truth shall be told. Synth will reveal himself. The world that was will tremble before Synth and his heroes.
And how many
How
more tears have we got to are there to collect?
We know
11.
not of your story.
Ah, you
We've got
fucker.
none.
Piss off.
Okay.
How will we know the tears? Are they shiny?
We've collected one.
I was going to say, do we actually have
Yeah,
it on us, or did we leave it in
Yeah,
that cave or something?
We put it in the
I'm
cave
tr-
and it
I'm
closed
trying to
the hole.
determine. Yeah, I'm trying to determine if it knows that.
No, it does not know that.
We know
Um,
not of your story.
how
We know
many
you are his
times-
heroes.
How many times have you been spoken to about the tears prior to our...
Many heroes have come before us before.
Okay. So are you... how many times...
What did
have
they
those
ask you?
tears been collected?
We generally ramble such as you are doing.
Ah. Tell me something that I don't know.
I grab Zom by the shoulder and I smile at him and I'm like, we're in good company.
Tell me a joke.
Oh, I believe I've already determined that, Iris.
How many times have the tears been collected?
Never. Synth
Sorry?
has yet to never. Synth has yet to reveal himself to the world, to the Isle. For
How do you know
tears
Synth
have never
exists?
been collected.
Are there other adventurers on this island right now looking for the tears the same way we are?
We know not of your story. Many heroes have come before us. Synth has not been revealed.
Are they dead?
We know not of their story. We know them only as heroes.
Did they have nice armor?
There have been many heroes before us in various degrees of outfit. Some,
What
such as
are-
yourselves, in rags. Others,
Without using hyperbole or some sort of metaphor, what are the tiers?
tears. Aware of the creation story. Having been banished from the land that was, Thinth created the Isle of Wraith. And as he flew across his new creation, he cried tears of joy at its beauty, tears of sadness at his banishment.
Beyond the Isle of Wraith.
There is nothing.
I think we beg to differ, but
Are all the tiers at temples of a similar location?
Tears of Thinth are spread across the Isle of Wraith. We know not their location. We know one tier. Others we are not aware of.
So, can I ask, you have spoken many times to many heroes over many, many, many years, many millennia,
Heroes have come before us. It is true.
and they've probably asked about the tiers often, I would assume.
It is a topic of conversation.
And you have mentioned that the tier is around the corner and available, right?
Correct.
So, if you've told how many heroes over how many millennia about the tier around the corner, is the tier still there?
Believe so, yes. We have not sensed its magic leave us.
Are you saying that literally thousands of years worth of heroes have died in the next room?
Yeah.
Do not know. We are in this single room only.
I don't know, you guys. I did not see any skeletons in that last water room, so I'm imagining we are going to be walking through a deluge of just cadavers in the room after
Skulls
that.
and mummified remains. Yeah.
didn't we have that at the last temple? Remember the pile of skeletons?
Yeah. That was probably the overflow. Because yeah. Loads more than that. I'm just going to restart this page.
So should have there been a tier at the last temple?
Yes. Are you aware of Heroes Rest?
Heroes Rest. Complex. Yes. Local lizard folk revered it during our time.
Your
Other
time.
heroes have told us it's been tainted.
Okay. So they
When
were.
was?
Yeah.
What did you do in your time? As you
With the
mentioned?
acolytes of this temple, we studied Thinth's word, devoting ourselves to his teachings. Constructing this temple in his word, as per his teachings.
Under his eye.
Correct.
Well, that makes sense. They come
Oi.
from tears come from under the eyes, unless you're hanging upside down.
It is true.
Is there any particular location on this island that will make me more powerful as a spell weaver?
There are many locations such as this across the Isle of Wraith.
Okay, can you name one that would be exemplary?
None stand out among the rest.
Okay, can you at least say one and tell me its location
The closest one.
to this particular spot?
Bring up the fucking map, shall I?
You brought this on yourself, and you did not give a question limit.
Yeah.
This is on you.
We'll leave this room
Wait.
when it's 2023.
The face-to-face sessions is going to be in this room.
You know how people always talk. Yeah, you know how people always talk about life stats. Simon's most uttered words will be, "I know not what you speak."
I do not know your story.
Do not know your story. We only know you as heroes. So the town of Twinstream, strong magic affiliations there.
The town of Twinstream?
Twinstream.
Where the hell is that?
To find
Oh,
that,
we'll ask old Frozy Boy here in just a moment. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, this map doesn't have any bloody names on it.
Yeah, I know.
we'll also find magic yielders in
Oh,
Nauntgrove.
God damn it.
Please,
Nah, it happened. Inflict wounds on the wall.
do not try and harm us.
Oh, damn it.
Does anyone else have it where you try and change the size of a window and it holds the drag button?
Yes.
Good.
You will also find powerful magical users in most towns.
Yeah, but I mean,
Nearby-
you need knowledge like thousands and thousands of years ago. I'm sure those towns don't quite exist anymore.
Town of Nauntgrove. The League of Heroes there. They're usually powerful magic guild users. League of Heroes. And you recognize that's where Mate Thurwag is leading you to.
League of Heroes. Well, you said we're heroes, so is there like a special word that we should say when we rock up, and just so they know that, you know, we're the real deal?
League of Heroes accept few to their rank. If you talk to their leader, you shall chance meet with them, and thirst for further magic may be quenched.
Given you know nothing outside of this temple, yet you knew that we were the heroes and Thurwag was not, what differentiates us in your, let's say, jaded eyes?
Recognize your blood as outsider blood.
Blood.
Your magical auras as outsiders.
So we've got to
And
go around and collect blood from everyone.
Can you all make a wisdom check?
Wisdom check.
So Iris, you
Hang on, I'm just reloading again.
recall quite
Okay.
vividly word outsider. You've had that as a negative connotation for a lot of your life, that you're an outsider. You're there. That's right. You've got your hood on, and you remember the first time you heard that word on the Isle of Wraith was the chief, the lizard folk chief, when he tasted your blood. He said,
Not my blood, but yes.
"Blood of the outsiders." And so you'll recall being referred to as an outsider, outlander. Get the wording exactly right.
Off-worlder.
Yeah, but
Outlander.
who's still got blood in their body and who hasn't? Mm-hmm.
Well, he referred to you as not of our lands. How he referred to you, but you've sort of connected that these people have also recognised you as an outsider.
Yeah.
Of these lands,
Okay.
an outsider.
All right. How do we get to this tier closest to us? What is the most direct route? Avoiding all traps and deadly dangers.
There are no traps in our humble temple.
Dead heroes.
Brave heroes will attempt. Deeper you journey into the temple, the closer you will find it. The eons of water connected our temple to the cenotes below. There you will find it.
And it's all around now. Jeez.
Look at those guys.
Hmm.
Anyone got any more truths they want answered? Ooh. Hey, are you familiar with the Knights of Schnurg?
Know not of your story, only know you as heroes.
So
Ever heard of? Go on.
no, that's it.
Yeah.
What's the thing I've got on the bottom of my foot?
A shoe. Some rabbit dung.
Quick glance should tell you that I'm not wearing any shoes.
Does he have on his foot? Something in particular?
God
No, not of your story. We know you only as heroes.
damn it.
What am I holding in my pocket?
What has it got in its pocket?
No, not of
How
your
many
story.
fingers am I holding up now?
Only as heroes. Hold a paw before us. Have no fingers.
Right.
My hands have fingers.
Okay, apologies.
Just in case we need to know, how do we kill Thinth?
Please speak not sacrilege in our sacred grounds.
No, it's not sacrilege. If we wanted to protect him from something that may be incredibly harmful to him, we'd need to know what it is. So,
We need to recognize
what
it.
would kill him?
Only thing Thinth fears, the evildoers who banished him.
Oh, he's banished.
Banished from where?
Yeah, this opens up a whole new dialogue tree. So let's go.
Thinth was banished from the world that was.
Simon just said. I'll say that.
Thinth was banished from the world that was.
Banished from what? The world of what?
World that was.
The world of Wally. Wally's world.
The Wizard of Oz.
World that was. Okay, he was banished from the
Thinth is
world
Wally.
that was.
Wally's world.
Thinth is Wally, and we found him.
Who banished him?
We know not. Our reading.
Where has he been
never
banished
revealed
to?
his name.
Sorry, did you say Queen O'Naught?
We know not. Our readings
And
never gave us a
why?
name. We know not.
Where-
Why was he banished?
We know not. These
Where
are
was he banished?
These are all truths.
What the fuck does Thinth actually tell you?
Must have been very powerful to have banished Thinth, considering that Thinth created like all of this and.
Do you
Who
know
can banish a god?
giants?
Giants.
Do you know what a giant is?
Yes.
Do you know where the
Do
Megara
you have
is?
giants?
There are rumors of giants on the Isle of Wraith.
Are they associated with maelstroms?
Oh. Well, we all meet the Maelstrom at some time. Giants would be associated in their passing through the Maelstrom.
What is the Maelstrom?
Maelstrom. Maelstrom is where we go to meet Thinth.
I thought you said we had to get the
So-
tears.
So if we just
In the
go
after-
into a
in the
maelstrom,
afterlife. In the afterlife. When we meet Thinth in the afterlife, the creator.
so if we kill ourselves now, we can just go straight to Thin.
Yeah, it
Hey,
would
does that
save us
mean-
a lot of trouble.
Huzzah! Fairwag wants to meet
Well,
Thinth.
just
Let's
drown in the
start with
room.
him.
Okay, so that room next door will just take us straight to Thin.
Guys, I
No,
think we
see,
found the
this is what.
shortcut. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what everyone else has already figured out. No wonder no one made it to the tears.
Uh, all right. Well, it doesn't look like the wall knows much about Thinth. What form does
Ancient
Thinth prefer to take?
Thinth takes three main forms. Form of human, of dragon, form animal.
Any particular animal, or
Typically he represents
Well-
himself as a large cat, jungle beast.
What about
Well,
any
wow.
particular human?
This is typically projected himself as a tall, celestial being, long hair.
Fairwag?
What,
All
Oh,
celestial being.
what particular dragon does he take the shape of?
Fairwag's tall to Graham. Quite tall.
Large, slender dragon.
What color?
Described himself as silvery color, running like liquid.
Okay.
Silver, not white. Silver?
All right. So, Finth was banished from the world that was. You don't know who banished him. You can't describe the people who banished him,
Not of these details. Our readings never got us that far.
but you know that he was banished.
Banished from the world that was.
How do
It's
you
hard.
know he was banished?
It's in his scripture, his readings.
Where can we
Text.
Where are
find
his
some
readings?
scripture? Yeah.
Throughout the Isle of Wraith, if you visit any temple,
This is a temple, right?
yes.
So are there scriptures here?
Our archives may be here still. We've not visited our temple, confiding ourselves to this wall for eternity to greet heroes.
Well, no. Hold on. You're the Wall of Truths. You said they are in every temple. So,
Previously, we were in our
as
temple.
a truth, they would be in this temple, correct?
Correct.
What would happen if you were incorrect as a
We'd
Wall
be
of Truths?
Thing would happen.
So
Merely
possibly not a wall of truth. A wall of opinion.
A wall of a wall of anecdotes.
Wall of fake news.
Oh, sorry, Simon.
it's okay.
Wall of hearsay.
Oh, wall of truth.
Yes, a wall of hearsay.
Which
I have 5 dot points for this room.
which of
which
the
is
5 religions
Fine,
is the
all
true
of Jade
religion?
faces. All follow Thinth in our own way.
Oh,
No, but then you speak the truth. Which is it? Is it Zathroto? Is it Thinthos? Is it Orthaliax? Wraithen?
Each follow Thinth's teachings in their own way. There is no wrong as long as you follow the teachings of Thinth.
Well,
is there a compendium of like the best of teachings of Thin?
The text exists to our knowledge.
Where or what
Okay.
is the world that was?
We know not of the world that was.
You mentioned the world that was.
We know little of the world that was.
You know, you're getting quite stroppy for a wall.
Apologies. We speak to heroes so infrequently these days.
Well, we'll try and be the last ones you speak to, if you know what I mean. So what happens if we find all the tears we get Thin?
You find the final tier revealed to yourselves. Thinth's final truth.
Yeah.
Will appear before you.
Yeah. Then what happens?
World that was will tremble before Thinth and his heroes.
The world that was, as in the world we came from?
World that
So we're
was.
gonna be helping him
Destroy our
take
world?
over. have
know
Does that
tyrannical rule.
You do not know Thinth's plan.
Yeah, we kind of got an idea of his plan now. Like,
So he's unbanished, eh?
No, not
Does
his
Why?
plan.
Thinth mean harm?
Thinth means no harm, except for those who have done him wrong.
And okay. And by wrong you mean banishing.
Yes,
Is
Just to be
Thinth
clear.
good or evil?
it is a
you're
complex.
asking the wrong role.
Yeah.
Believe
It depends which side you're on.
Believe Thinth to be a
Which side of the wall?
good, an overarchingly good creator.
Would Thinth destroy the world that was?
Oh, would only
Okay.
destroy those who wronged him.
Didn't he make the world that was?
No. The world that
What-
was is where he came from and got banished from.
Thinth
Yeah, but-
created the Isle of Wraith.
So he was just a regular being in the world that was.
No, not of these.
But the world that was, the gods to us.
Nothing is known of Thinth's life at the world that was.
So I wonder what the gods in the world that was are like compared to Thinth. If Thinth's just a normal person.
When Thinth arrived, did he arrive with anyone else?
He did not. He was alone.
How did he arrive?
Do not know.
Banished.
Maelstrom?
Do not know.
So did he arrive and then create the Isle of Wraith upon which to fall, or was the Isle of Wraith here beforehand and he just was the first to discover it?
He created the Isle of Wraith.
He created it.
On his banishment.
What,
Is this-
what was here
Are we
before
in
then?
like a small
For
sphere
him,
held
for
in
him,
someone's backpack,
for him, there was
traveling
nothing.
around?
Thinth is the creator of all.
Of all. Right here?
You
Here.
see before you the Isle of Wraith.
Yes. But not of the world that was.
No, not of this.
Are there any ways off the Isle of Wraith that have nothing to do with the Maelstrom?
No, not of this.
Are there any other continents, islands, etc., other than the Isle of Wraith?
Isle of Wraith is all.
That is all. So if you just sail, what happens? If you sail due west,
You get to the edge of the earth and fall off
No,
ground.
not
the
of, we know
doorway.
not of this. Devoted our lives to the studies of Thinth, not geography.
Jesus Christ, man. He's a dragon, I know, back home.
Has this woman appeared before you as part, or are you aware of her? And I'll use minor illusion to summon up a 5-foot picture of Valicia, looking particularly smug.
Volcia from the boat.
Yes.
We know not of your story. Only know you as heroes.
I didn't ask my story. I said, have you seen her?
We know not
Yeah,
of this
where are the
woman. If you
where
know,
are
if you
all the
recognize-
others who were on the boat?
Yeah, I'll do the same thing, but with Captain Thibian Lowe, and then I'll do.
No, not
Thekin.
of. No, not of these people from your backgrounds. Only know you as heroes.
from your
Where did
generic
the,
backgrounds.
Where did the chests on the beach come from?
We know not of your story. We only
They've
know
been
you
here
as
in this
heroes.
room for the last 100 years. You can't ask them that. Where should we go when we get hungry? What's got the best food on this Isle of Wraith?
Yeah, I want a palmy.
We simple acolytes survived on a simple substance of bread, berries from the jungle. And eat the
Or
blueberries.
colour berries. Lovely berries.
If you do, make sure you have the yellow berries nearby.
What if we don't like berries?
Hope you like larger fruit. Bought your own supplies. Perhaps being a good hunter.
Is this perhaps the longest you've talked to adventurers?
I've spent many years, many hours talking to adventurers. Some more wise than others.
That's a
Well,
no.
are we on the lower end of that scale? Like, you know, more on the unwise, fishing
know not-
about for answers.
Question not Thin's judgment in his
I'm just
Hero.
trying. Are we thick as shit or?
were those who came before us who could barely grunt a word, carried great axes.
Oh, where are those axes?
Know not of their stories.
Were they magical?
Know not of their stories.
You don't know if the axes they brought were magical?
Know not of their stories.
Is this magical? And I hold up a non-magical item that I'm holding.
Know not of your story.
Hmm.
None of your items.
Interesting.
Where does the water go in the room next door?
Constructed a complex series of irrigation pipes. Recycles, goes through, purifies itself through the limestone so as to not become stagnant. Quite a number of fresh water flowing rivers in the cenotes beneath us.
And where does it come from?
Cenotes beneath us.
Why can't we just get it to like drain out into this room or something like that?
Mechanisms are detailed. And there are several series of fail-safes and complex optical traps involved in its what's the word I'm trying to think of? Fusing. Best chance to play it safe. It's till it drains and run.
How is the mechanism in there activated?
The pressure point upon the floor matches with the pressure point the chambers beforehand to detect the number of people who enter it.
Okay, so if we enter from here, we haven't hit the pressure points.
Oh, it will detect you. Many of us have mystical and engineering backgrounds.
Mystical engineering.
Led by a team of designers. Or
Engineering.
architects.
Consultants or
Those engineers. It just. That's why this thing hasn't been upgraded for so long.
Why improve the perfection of Thin's creations?
well, I'm out of questions.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Unless anyone's got a real...
What's your favourite drink?
I was thinking where to get a beer, but
Which religion has the best booze?
Of our number were brewers in their lives prior to being acolytes, and we created strong brew for certain festivals. But that remains. I'm sure there will be a
What
nice tap.
Is it in the Senato at the back on the way to the?
You
So
mean
no-
everything's there.
Cenote?
Yeah,
That's where the
don't
gift
you know-
shop is.
The wall gets very upset if you pronounce things improperly. So just
Jeez,
Make sure you visit the gift shop on the way out.
hope the
But
wall's
in the
good at
cenote-
spelling.
In the cenote, you will taste the most purest water. With no hands to write, spelling is of no concern to us.
Anymore.
It's all phonetics.
If we were to spend a night in this room, would we be safe?
Yes.
if does Thin want the tears to be found and collected?
Tinth seeks to return to the world that was. Avenge.
And he can only do that through us collecting the tears.
Yeah, why doesn't he collect them?
Isn't he everywhere?
I'm getting there, Zom. Jesus. Hold on. Just wait.
Synth alone does not have the power. The heroes
Well,
must accompany
It's-
him.
Wait.
Not have the power.
Synth is weaker than us? We could have beaten the shit out of him. We didn't even realise.
Together, hero and the synth and the heroes return. Together, they will defeat those who betrayed him.
Okay. When was the last time you told a lie?
Speak truth.
So
Did you
right-
did you enjoy your first kiss?
All of us have been kissed. Those of us have had. Some of us had magical first kisses. Others we fumbled. It was sloppy.
Were you all people before you became a wall?
Well, we were, as we have said several times now, we were the acolytes of this temple, until we took a pledge, guide the heroes, entomb ourselves, our spiritual beings in this all you see before you.
Do you ever wet your shirt from crying over a TV show or a movie?
No, not of TV shows or movies.
Oh.
Tell us
Have.
your best insult.
That is a good one. Not something we have been asked for some time. We live simple lives, common lives, kind lives, following in Synth's name.
What's the
Hold on,
What's the
hold on.
most-
I want to know this song.
oh, sorry. Thought you'd finished.
I guess if we were to have to give a particularly rude insult, perhaps it would be that your
Yeah.
your mother is non-lover of Synth, and the cunt is dry and unpleasant to the touch.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
it smells.
I guess all in all, you're just another prick in the wall.
Yes. Well, some of us are.
And I'm going to walk out. Well, not walk out because I know that's a death trap, but I'm going to walk to the edge of the room.
All right. Hang on.
I think we
I've
should have a
only-
little rest.
I've got
Apologies if you
55
took
more
offense.
questions. I've got 55 more
Uh,
questions.
Hang on,
What
there's
is
one.
the-
Sent
Oh,
one
go on.
through. If I were you, I would retrieve this tier, and I would make haste to the next location of a tier, which we do not know and cannot assist you with.
God damn it.
I would be hastily trying to retrieve the tiers.
Well, we could be quicker if you could help us.
We would be wanting to give anything we could to be in this, to be in the presence of Synth and assist him in his plan.
Hey, Wall! I shout from the back of the door.
Yes.
What do you do when you are alone and no one is watching you?
Return to our stone face. No one, if there are no heroes in the room, we appear merely as a simple carving. Only show ourselves to the heroes, those of the blood of the outsiders. Believe you had 55 more questions?
58, actually.
Very good.
No, I've asked the first 4.
Okay, so
Actually, 3, I think. Sorry, yeah, 3. Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing that your parents have caught you doing?
Masturbating. The weird one with the shoe, with the belt around your neck. Next question. You have no more?
I don't think we're going to get anywhere with these questions.
It was over a duck, if you're wondering.
There's what? There's what? Sorry.
Masturbating over a duck. Belt around our neck.
Which one of you was masturbating?
Third row,
Oh.
second from the left.
I walk over to it and I just look it in the eye and just shake my head.
It doesn't like react to you being. It just stares ahead at you. Just doesn't know acknowledgement of your presence near it.
Graham
Put your
brings
finger
out
in
the
its
gold
mouth.
pot of paint that he's got, and he just with his finger draws a little duck on its forehead.
Nice. Nice.
Duck fucker.
Can you be destroyed?
What was that?
Can you be destroyed?
Would presume that if we were smashed, then yes, we would be destroyed. Our souls, our being, would probably transition into something else, but
Because like we want to get home, and you said that many heroes have come before us, and therefore many heroes might come after us, and we don't need no competition.
I just take out a couple of manual labor tools. I'm like, are you afraid of death, Wall?
fear not of death. We fear not of the maelstrom. Our physical forms have long since died. We remain only here in spirit's essence. Physical tools can do us no harm.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna get started here.
Just start chipping away, and
They just start going, "Ooh."
they're just like it's
I feel like it was gonna be, the Good Place when they have to press the reset button, and he's just, no, you can't press that, please, I'll die. And he's like, yeah, it's fine, you can press the.
You start chipping away at the jade wall. Bits of jade come off, and nothing really happens.
Should we continue on?
Yeah, should we go get this tier?
Let's go get the tier.
By Wall, we
I
won't.
mean, obviously it's in the next room. This wall has just told us so. And it wouldn't tell a lie, right? I just give it a knowing wink.
To speak truth only.
By Wall, don't
but
forget us.
if you don't
current
speak the truth
insinuation.
only, then if you only speak lies, for example, then everything that you've said to us, could be
Speak truth.
completely
only.
false.
Who is this? And I point to Ramrod.
He is a hero. We know not his story. We know you only as heroes.
No.
How? Oh, yeah.
If the
I think
next
we've been over
next
this.
group of heroes come in and they conjure up a picture of Ramrod and they ask you, "Who's this?" or "Have you seen this guy?" what will you say?
He was a previous hero. We know not his
Will
story. We know
you,
not
or
his
will
name.
you forget about it like all the rest?
If you were to produce a picture of a hero before us, we may be able to recognize it as a previous hero. Memories are long, ancient, filled with many teachings. Memories fade. Faces merge into many faces.
I gotta hit the head. You guys ask any more questions you want. I'll be back.
Let's go. Let's have a rest.
I was about to say I'm doing the same as Ian. I'll be back in a minute.
Feel free to use our chamber as a resting spot. You are welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rest in that other chamber, the death trap.
No.
Many dangers lie before you. Your journey to collect the tears.
What is the one piece of advice that you could give us that would help us the most on our journey to recover the tears for Thin?
Hold Thinth close to you at all times. Follow his word, his judgments.
How do we get his judgments?
You will know what is right in your hearts. You true heroes of synth.
Yeah. What does Duckface think of my art? I just point at the Duckface guy.
Is Mick you have defaced with your imagery of a duck? No, not we cannot see it. We know only from your verbalization of what you have drawn.
Impressed?
Well, yes, he would be if he could see it.
Well, let's have a rest, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are there any other great truths of synth that we should know about before continuing on?
Oh,
Are
No.
you aware? Are you aware of the synths of truth?
oh.
Being,
Not being a hero, his truths are a mystery to us. Only a select few of us have even seen the tear. Held its glory. And a few of us have even touched the tear. We lack the power to possess it and activate it to see the truth.
what gives us the power to activate it?
I've been handpicked by Synth himself.
Okay, well,
Have any adventurers ever come and spoken to you after obtaining a tier?
No.
Interesting. So this is the first place they came.
do we know if anyone
We
had
know
actually recovered a tier?
We know not of their stories. We know them only as heroes.
No, but they would have said we had a tier at some point. What do we do with it? Or something like that, because you don't forget.
I mean, technically, you guys haven't told them that you found one.
Oh, we have found a tier.
But we didn't know
Well,
what it was.
No, the reason I was asking the question before because I wanted to see if he knew or it knew if we'd found one. How much knowledge does this wall have? How innate is the knowledge of this wall? Like, does it automatically know?
Roll a
Because
wisdom check.
because it's magical.
Roll a wisdom check, Som. So you, from your conversations with it, you can deduce is that it's clearly an ancient being that knows, or an ancient collection of beings knows a lot about sort of theology and the mythos of synth. It doesn't really know outside the scope of this room or this world. It doesn't know where you've come from. It doesn't know what you've done. Even on the Isle of Wraith, it doesn't know what you've done. There's nothing that's sort of communicating in with it in real time. It's all sort of going from ancient knowledge of what it's telling you.
So, imagining us as adventurers on Earth reading a newspaper from 100 years ago or something like that, just sort of going, ooh, this happened.
Yes, but these beings have been trapped in this wall for countless.
A small, limited newspaper.
Yeah. It would be as if so picture
devoid
you,
of any value whatsoever, such as
picture
the advertiser.
We're like an archaeologist, and you're in Rome, and you're digging up some ancient Roman temple. All of a sudden, you find a wall in that temple that starts talking to you. It's going, "Hey mate, how you going? Yep, you know heaps about stuff back then, but I know nothing about now."
Yeah.
It's that's the connection that you've made from it.
Are you, as DM, frustrated with that we're not asking the right questions?
No, you guys have asked some great questions.
Right. Okay.
All the questions you expected?
Like I said, I had 5 dot points, of which was a giant jade wall of faces, and then I had a few other points of specific wording I wanted to say. That's it. The rest of it's
I know
pure
not your
improvisation.
story.
And did you get all of them out? Did you get all of your specific wording out?
I am not going to say.
Was number 5, so congratulations, we just hit him. Magic Wall. Are you familiar with the topography of the entirety of the island?
Yes.
Yes. So if I were
lives.
to say, show you this, and I would like to cast Major Image.
Yes.
Major Image. I would like to replicate as best as I can the initial image we saw when we put the tear into the thing, with the dragon flying atop the mountain and the mountain descending, and then the cave and the egg. And I want to say, where is this cave? Where is this mountain? Where can we find this?
You hold it. Hold it at that mountain, please.
And I'll back track. Yep.
Hold it at the cave, please.
Enhance.
Yep. And I'll hold it at the cave.
Zoom out to the initial image of the healers.
Zoom. Oh, I think back
Please
up.
say
Yep.
enhance. Please say enhance.
Enhance.
Zoom extents.
Yeah.
Can you please sharpen the background here?
Double click the middle mouse button.
Imagery you show.
That was for Phil.
I got it.
The imagery you show is reminiscent of many places on the Isle of Wraith. None specifically.
No.
On the other
This
side?
is not of the Isle of Wraith, this imagery. Do not know where this is from.
Yeah, you're better.
Uh-oh.
Is the crying baby dragon muted?
Okay.
Please something vibrating.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it. I got a new phone.
Glad you used the word phone.
Instead of the word dildo.
That's what they call them these days, isn't it?
What I call mine. Yes, the wall,
Mhm.
though it looks familiar to it, although it doesn't look familiar, looks like, looks reminiscent of a lot of areas on the island. It's not on the Isle of Wraith.
Is the
Not-
little starving baby dragon silver?
I think it was just shadows, wasn't it?
So the imagery that you guys saw in that initial cave was sort of streaks of sort of black. I think it was black. I'll double check that. Lines on a background.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's a monochrome, you can tell what color they were pretending to be.
No, you can't tell any color from it.
Does it look
Yeah,
like
so
pink?
you saw tendrils of veins of quicksilver-like substance flowing effortlessly through the wall, weave runes and patterns, and then you see a number of recognizable shapes taking form.
Wasted
And
a
no.
spell slot.
Didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I think we're going to rest in here anyway.
Good. Let's get some sleep. I am so tired. I could sleep for what do you guys rest for? 8 hours? That's still that's the amount, right? The normal human amount. I could definitely sleep the normal human amount of hours. Let's go.
Detect your sarcasm. Clearly you don't need to sleep like the others.
I clearly do.
We detect your sarcasm. Clearly you don't need to sleep like the others.
Shut the fuck up, Wall.
Did deface us earlier.
Don't sleep over there.
You didn't care.
Did not care.
Now who's lying? Alright.
Did not care. You remove this jade, the jade from this wall, and we shall take another form within the temple.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Really?
We will find some other place to house ourselves within the temple if you destroyed this wall.
So you could be in the water. You could be like a.
There
On
are
the
other areas.
wall.
There are other areas we would inhabit before we inhabited the room of devotion.
If we destroyed it all except the room of devotion, would you materialize in the room of devotion?
And you hear the sigh.
Of the DM.
Of the
625 size.
yeah, the faces haven't been entirely emotionless this whole time, just staring blankly, and you see them just
Roll their eyes.
do it entirely to destroy this temple complex apart from the room of devotion. Yes, we end up taking some place in the room of devotion. Or we would be
The whole temple was destroyed.
a pile of
You
rubble.
gone?
Truth. Would probably
Would you-
just take that form.
And you'd still talk to people as a pile of rubble.
If heroes present themselves to us, we would talk to them, yes.
The wall's getting a bit sleepy now.
Yeah, I'm with the wall. Let's get some rest, guys.
Again, we detect your sarcasm.
And again, I say, shut the fuck up, wall. Let's bed down for a quick nap, right? I'll take first watch. I'll take all the watch. I'm okay. You guys get some sleep.
Ah,
Oh, I
very
thought you
nice.
needed sleep, Iris.
Iris, you don't need to replenish some of your spell points. You're feeling
Heroes
a
have
little
to be
weak on that
discussed.
front.
Spell points. You're adorable, Tom. No, I'm
Mama.
okay. I'll just sit here reading. Sometimes I get a bit lost in my book, and when I'm done, I'll let you know who wants to take second shift.
Surely, Iris, you've got some hit points that you need to replenish.
Again, Zom, I'm not sure exactly what a hit point is, but
You know, there's a green line above your head. You've not seen
That
it?
little thing, can't you? Yeah.
When something puts a
Believe-
spear in you or
Must
something
be
like that,
jade.
it decreases somewhat.
Off before.
she looks up and sees the green bar, and then just her mouth and her eyes go wide. She just starts screaming uncontrollably for the next several hours.
Some 25-foot high dice roll past.
That's fine. I'll take first watch. Who wants second watch? Graham, Zom,
Erwag.
Thurwag?
Thurwag.
Yeah. Is Thurwag
Well, he's
still
frozen.
completely
He's been watching everything, just eyes wide open, staring, open mouthed.
Oh,
The eyes,
hang on,
the
how-
eyes are...
has
But-
Thurwag been I guess
yeah, listening.
listening this entire time?
I
He is
hope so.
still...
But
I'm
is he
asking the wall.
magically frozen?
Speak
I'm
not
asking
to-
the wall.
Speak. We do not speak to non-heroes.
No,
But
I'm
I-
saying you froze him. Did you freeze him to the point where he's literally just physically frozen, or to the point where he cannot understand what's happening around him?
He shall awaken when we disappear.
Is he like in a coma
no,
where he's been
disappear.
listening to us ask inane questions for the
when we
last
return
3
to-
hours from this
Yeah.
When we
all-knowing
return
being?
to our slumbering state, he will awaken. He will not have heard a word we have spoke.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
Speak with heroes only.
We'll fill
Which
him
means he does not know what's happening right this instant, which means... Bob, do you want to fuck with Thurwag for a bit?
in. Figuratively or literally?
However you want to do it.
Put him into a very manly pose. With...
He tried to move his body and it's rigid.
Yeah, it's not the only thing.
He did have a little chubby, didn't he?
He'd have a little chubs.
A little chub, just
Still a little.
pretty rigid.
Hey, well,
Okay, well,
you'll tell us before you unfreeze him, right?
We return to our slumber, he will unfreeze.
Yeah, and that's
when
after
are you
we
going to
wake
return
up
to your
and we
slumber?
leave.
We will return to our slumber once you either leave this room or have your slumber yourself.
Ah,
Hey, that place called Heroes Rest, you're aware of it, right?
You're aware by name only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. That's it.
Can we just
Wish
spend
you
the
well
whole
on your
session?
You guys have spent the whole session doing this. Wish you well on your journey to Heroes. May Synth guide you
Indeed.
away from the
Farewell, farewell.
Synth again?
Pardon?
No, never,
Well,
never
Surely
mind.
Will
Messing
Synth
around.
actually guide us? Only
Close.
truths now.
he's
Believe that
physically going to guide us.
believe synth flows through everybody's being on the Isle of Wraith. All of our actions are guided by synth. He's the
Graham
creator,
just
the
walked
guider
over
of
to the
all of
corner.
us.
so we get to add a D4 to every roll and check if it's always guiding us.
Not what you speak.
Perpetual guidance.
It's a mysterious way.
And then the faces sort of eyes
Oh.
close, and it returns to a stone jade wall.
I was, I was going to do the same thing. I was going to say, I hope they stay awake, and then in the middle of the night, I'll get up and, rub my eyes and stumble across the far wall away from everyone and piss on the wall. Had it all written up, ready to paste.
Sorry.
So you guys are pissing on the faces of the ancient acolytes.
Vince is flowing through us.
It's-
Vince is flowing through us.
It's a dark room. We're moving away from the group where people are sleeping, and
It's Vince flows. Alright?
So you guys have a long rest.
the name of the Father, the Son, and the Thinty Spirit.
Wag sort of as the faces go back
Hold on,
to
hold on.
Iris pissing on the wall.
What's Aris doing?
Sorry, thought I could get that done before you decided to go on with Thurwag.
Oh, fair enough. What I was expecting to hear from the Wall of Truth, just given the recurrence of the word truth throughout my readings, I thought that perhaps I might be able to get some knowledge from them, but well, if they're going to talk like that, clearly not.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. It's quite wet as well in the corner there. That's strange. That liquid
And
come from,
they
and
said-
he walks over
did
and just
say it
touches
was-
it. Splash from the other room. Strange.
They said it was from
yes.
the font of knowledge.
Mm.
We didn't really want to delve into that.
A couple of the faces were a bit special, and they just drooled uncontrollably.
Hey,
And warmly.
Tastes and smells like urine.
hey,
Fascinating.
Thurwag, was there any particular questions you would have asked that wall that would have been kind of pertinent to our scenario that we may have?
Whereas I would have had so many questions. Who are they? Where have they come from? What is Synth? What is
Yeah.
Synth's plan?
Yeah,
What are the truths? What is Synth's truth?
yeah,
That the world that was. Where is the world that was?
yeah. I can answer that question for you. That
Oh,
wall
the
told us.
whole.
That wall gave us an answer for every single one of those questions because we asked them all.
You're not able to tell me.
I mean, we were the heroes. I'm really sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't go having tears over it or anything, though. Like, it wasn't that good.
Did they say anything about tears or how they're linked to the truths?
Again, we're just
Of course, Iris. Apologies. I don't mean to put you in such a predicament. I shouldn't question it any further. What are we doing? Are we having a rest here?
yeah.
try and-
We're pretty tired. We haven't been just lazing around for the last few hours in an unconscious state.
That was only a moment or two, wasn't it? That I was frozen.
By my sundial, that was about 6.5 hours.
Blankly.
Just quickly,
Moment.
this room is completely sealed that we're in, aside from the door back into the water room.
Correct. And that's open at the moment.
That's open at the moment, but presumably if someone was to walk in from the other side, the room would close and fill up
And
with
then we're
water.
fucked.
Correct.
Well,
Not
we-
necessarily.
no, not necessarily. I'm more thinking, do we need someone to keep watch?
Yeah, and Iris said she'll keep the first watch and then wake someone else up for the second watch. And she said, "Who wants to do second watch?" And no one answered.
Sure.
Ramrod?
No, I think Iris has
I
got
need
it.
all
Don't
the
worry,
sleep I
guys.
can get. I've barely said anything at all today, and what I did say, no one even listened.
And you just died.
And I just... Oh my god, I just died.
Almost died.
I'll take second watch. I've barely been bloodletted all day for some reason.
So during the rest, Iris will not wake anyone else up. She'll just read her book through the entirety of the sleep.
Good roll.
Snore
And this is
contentment.
a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I thought
I
you
think
guys
so.
were doing it.
Ramrod needs to replenish.
Ramrod.
Ramrod.
Yeah, I was out of spell slots, so that was not great. Okay, good. I'm back to full.
Yeah.
How can a warlock be out of spell slots?
I cast 3 of them, so yep, I was out.
Hey, you only get 2.
One just needs to just a couple more HP up there. Here we go.
Sorry?
Don't worry. Alright. You guys want to call it a night, or do you want to do another room, or what do you want?
Drown, Ramrod, drown.
Should we just go into this? Yeah, let's go into the water room. Let's get through it.
That's about all I think. we
Do
can
you have a distinct plan, or are you just going to try and do it the same way you did it and revive Ramrod once it empties?
Let's
do we? I was gonna say, do we have any bags? Can we float in?
No, that's all right.
So is it the second that
I have a
someone
plan.
steps into the water that the exit closes?
The group, the wall described it as, set up as that there's some
Graham
way
steps in.
they're detecting how many people are who are in the temple complex, and how many, once that number of people step into the floor of that room, it activates.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure last time you said when the first person went into the room, the doors closed on the opposite 2 sides.
Let me check my notes.
So I'm just saying, if Graham steps into that room, do both the other doors close?
Oh,
Are all the doors open at the moment, or only this one in front of us?
no, they're all open.
All right, well, that's easy.
Even
then.
with Graham standing in there? So Graham's just going to walk over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And then we're just going to do the same thing one at a time going through. Farewell,
I'll
you go
see.
last.
Can Graham see anything in front of him? He's got a little torch.
Just trying to.
Alright. Oh shit. Is there anything trap-like that Graham
There are
can
no
see?
traps here. The wall does not lie.
No
Oh,
trap.
yeah.
Do you step
That's
into this? To this room, your nose fills immediately with an overwhelming sweet metallic smell. Ed, you see a large fountain with mercury in the place of water. It's a simple geometric fountain. It's large. Mercury flows thickly. Dull splashing sound gently masks the sound. Simple music. Looking around at the pillars holding the roof up, there's a series of stone columns. The columns are devoid of art and carving. They have holes in them. Holes appear to be made by sentient beings as opposed to natural holes, and don't appear to affect the structural integrity of the pillars. Atop the pillars is a large slit. Does someone want to give me an investigation check?
As in on the very top of the pillar?
Very
or
top
at
of the pillar.
At the top of the pillar, on the side of the pillar.
So there's holes on it, and then atop the pillar is a
Like holes that go all the way through.
yeah, they're sort
You
of
could potentially climb up.
They're not. They're about wide.
Oh, so like Graham could almost fit his whole hand in. He's tiny.
Graham could maybe put a finger in them. And this at the
Yeah.
top of the pillar is a slit.
How
Investigation
tall is the
16.
pillar?
20 foot.
20-foot tall pillars.
Do you know that there's a slit at the top?
Yeah.
You guys were looking at them, and Graham was looking at the holes, and he sort of, could I climb these? Could I look? Then you notice that there's a slit. Oh, there's a slit at the top. Oh, there's a slit at the top of that one. Oh, and that one, and that one. And you notice that the holes. The holes all point to the. Sorry, the slits at the top all point this way, to the left of the map. And you notice that there's a cool breeze flowing through the adjacent room.
What?
To the
All
north.
the slits.
All the slits are. So let me just draw them. They're like that.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
I thought you meant they were here.
They're all on that side. To the north, you notice the connected room with steps leading down to it.
Sorry, to the north, do you see a connected room?
This way. Oh, sorry. To the north, there's a room. Here,
It's over
there's
there.
a room connected to it. Sorry.
Is this room lit up at all? Or is this us?
It's just sort of the torches you guys have got with you. You'll roll a wisdom.
Oh, jeez.
So the rest of you don't need to roll. Graham and Iris, you both sort of pause for a second, and you just sort of try and drown out the. You can hear the whistling, like the
Put my
whistling
noise
of the
cancelling on.
breeze, and you drown out that metallic sort of watery sound of the fountain, and you're like, this is music. This is the wind is blowing through these pillars. It's creating music. It's a very simple, sort of forlorn sound music. And you pause for a second, you're like, this is really familiar.
Is this reminiscent of the cave we were in where they were blowing through the holes?
Correct. It reminds you of the music that was coming through the bones that were in the cave. You're like, this is really familiar to that. Almost the tune is the same almost.
Hey, which cave was that? At the butcher's place?
Tears.
Or the original? Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, down at the beach.
And there is a door. The wind blows through this door. Blows through this door here. Right here. Steps down this way, and there is a door, shut door there.
So there's a shut door to the east and the west, and a open room to the north?
No. So there's the west and the north are open. The east is locked. It's a shut door.
He's giving it away. It's a locked door.
Yeah, it's the wind blowing.
Yes, that is the wind blowing.
Okay.
Graham thinks he sees something
So
interesting
I wonder,
over here.
do we have to cover the slits or something like that so that they create a tune?
It's already creating a tune.
What can Graham see over at this point? Over here.
You step into this room here. Stepping into this room, oh, hang on, make sure I'm in the right room. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Guys, this is a big room, it says telepathically.
Stepping down into this room, the most striking feature is the large maelstrom mosaic painting on the far wall at the back of it, or the north and south end of it. It's impressive in both its size and its scale. Clearly a labour of love and devotion to create. And there are a number of sort of dragon statues throughout the chamber as well.
Dragons.
I mean, not in the map, but like there's one.
Yeah.
Here, like just pretend there's a few scattered around.
I have to pretend.
Dragons. Do you want to? Yeah. You're drawing them, aren't you?
Jeez.
Something like that. Yep.
Good enough.
It looks like it's a throne in this room. It's not a throne. It's another dragon statue. Probably 3 or 4 of them around.
Oh, it's copy paste. Anyway.
It's a good question.
Thurwag.
Answer the man, Thurwag.
Thurwag's still peeing on the wall.
Haunting tune, a melody. Draws on the heartstrings. It's melancholy. No, it's not a tune I'm familiar with. Quite beautiful, though, isn't it? Quite beautiful.
Is it the same tune from before?
Similar. It's someone described a song, because you've both got crit successes there. If someone described the song to you and said, "Can you make this song now?" it would be a similar. You know what I mean? Like it's. Like if someone said that there's this song that sounds like this, can you now make this song? Having not heard it, that's what it would sound like.
The song would just be a tribute. It wouldn't be anything actually like this song.
Cover of having not heard the original, but tried to emulate the original.
Gotta believe
Does
it.
anyone have perfect pitch?
Let's see. No.
It's not bad pitch, but it's not perfect pitch. You guys want to look in the chamber at the top there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, sure.
Investigation?
God, Amos has jumped right in, so.
Well, under the DM's guidance of, does anyone want to advance to the room and look at the thing? Sorry, was it here or was it at the center of the room?
There's several throughout the... You want to look at the dragon statues? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, there. I mean, Iris, you look at them and you're like, oh, these are pretty impressive dragon statues. See anything out of the ordinary about them, though?
Looking for tiny little eggs.
There's now another dragon statue there. Very good. Alright.
We're all good just walking through here.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
The Wall of Truth said there were no
Solid.
traps.
The wall said there was no traps.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the wall and ask it another question?
Of course we can. Of course we can.
Graham quickly jogs back to the wall. Hey, wall.
The
Knock. And he goes and knocks on it. On
Quickly.
Mick's head, I think it was, with the duck.
blankly stare back at you.
Are there any more tests of faith in this temple?
Silence.
Proclaim that you're a hero. And, like, easily the best one.
Graham just runs back. Yeah. Just as stony as last time, Fairwag. I think I like my second dragon a little bit better than the first one.
This one kind
Almost
of looks
looks-
like a bit like
looks
a
like a puggle.
stegosaurus.
It's like
Yeah.
a tortoise with a...
Yeah, tortoise.
Mm,
Anyway, guys want to do anything else in that room or continue elsewhere?
wouldn't mind calling it a
See.
night now, but
Yeah,
Okay.
before we get too invested. Graham. Ian's already gone to bed.
he's just showing his sheets. I'm here.
Alright, well, in that case, we'll pick this up next week.
I hope you recorded every question, Simon.
Yeah. I think
Just
I'll
in case.
rip this one to MP3 just so I can listen to it on the bus over and over again.
We're gonna. It's all canon now.
Including the piss-soaked acolyte stony faces.
The piss-soaked ancient acolyte carvings. They're wrapping things up, Ian. We're calling it a night.
Yeah.
Missed nothing of value. Last second there.
Well, the trouble is that you could argue that with the entire campaign.
No. There was a lot of good stuff we got out of this. A lot of good truths. Important for the future.
In amongst the rubbish, yes, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when anyone asks us any questions in the future, we go, I know not your story. Only you asked me a question.
How many times are you going to use that tomorrow?
No, not your story. We know you only as heroes.
I know you only as boss. I know you're not your story.
I need that project file now, Phil.
I know
We know
not your
not
story. I know you only as co-worker.
These are not your truths.
I know none of the project file you speak of. This is. I don't know.
I have charged my 30-minute toilet break to this project.
30-minute. Jesus.
Pick the government worker.
Let's call it a night and we'll get up next
Thank
week.
you for being so patient.
Of the gods.
Probably the most
Guys,
patient. You
want to know if you
Yeah.
got all my answers or not?
Nope.
Okay.
I do not want to know.
I
It's
am,
on us.
I am glad you guys spent a lot of time asking questions in there. I hope that maybe it's connected a few dots for you all.
Yeah, I think it has.
I think I got a few things.
No truths you will discover in this temple.
Get the tears.
Yeah,
Go
find
back
more
to the
truth.
beach. Get more story.
My issue is
Well,
I didn't actually
More
take
shadow
any notes.
puppet
So.
theatre.
Get more tears. Fuck bitches. No, is that?
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Fuck bitches make tears. Oh wait.
Yeah. Alright.
Cool.
Catch
Thanks,
yous.
fellas.
Which is next week.
Oh, you know what we should have asked that wall? How do we get it to work again? See you guys.
Oh. Yeah, that would be
There you
good.
There you are.
Word.